Healthcare in the U.S. has always been a contentious issue, but no more so than when the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, came into existence. Now, there are international organizations which monitor the quality of healthcare in the world, and according to this level of performance, the United States has been ranked the worst among industrialized nations in the entire world. So, of all the first world countries, the United States is the worst. This was according to a Commonwealth Fund survey. The UK was ranked the best, with Switzerland following a close second. The Commonwealth Fund report compares the US with 10 other nations: France, Australia, Germany, Canada, Sweden, New Zealand, Norway, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and the UK were all judged to be superior based on various factors, including the quality of care, access to doctors, and equality throughout the country. Results of the study rely on data from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the World Health Organization, and interviews from physicians and patients. Now, while the United States proved to have the most expensive healthcare in the entire world, the nation ranked the lowest in terms of efficiency, equality, and outcomes. Which means this is literally the opposite of what the free market claims. If you're willing to pay more, you get better. Literally the opposite happened. Despite this free market notion, literally the opposite happened. It is the most expensive and the lowest quality. I mean, if that doesn't put an end to that debate right there, then nothing really would. Now, a lack of universal healthcare was noted as the key difference between the United States and the other industrialized nations. Obviously, the U.S. does not have a universal healthcare system, and these other countries do. And the U.S. one actually sucks, despite anything that any right-wing commentators might try to be able to claim. Now, this study is really obvious. And this should be obvious to basically everybody, except people who are wedded to the idea of defending free market ideas, even if they actually accomplish the opposite of what they claim. This is really what I really love about free market ideology. Even when it consistently does the opposite of what it claims it will do, people will still blindly follow it. And I love the rationale of, like, the regular working class level people. I mean, when you get up into the elite, I mean, it's really obvious why they're lying. They're trying to make money. And according to the report, they're doing a pretty goddamn good job of it. But when you talk to the lower people, it's like, first you have universal health care, then you have Stalin shooting your kids. I mean, that's literally the logic that goes through their mind. If you do like this like completely small reform that, although in terms of the United States, the universal healthcare would actually be a pretty big reform. But if you did that reform, then therefore B will also automatically happen. You could call it a slippery slope fallacy, etc. But it's right there. I mean, it's completely nonsense. I mean, we've seen this stuff from, I believe it was HBO, which showed like the poorest areas in the country were also Republican, and they believed in those same things that already didn't work, but then keep saying they could work. And as someone who's not an American, this completely blows my mind. How these particular people can be so irrational about it. I mean, going, the definition of insanity, etc. But as someone on the outside looking in, it just completely blows my mind that this couldn't be any more obvious. There's not a shred of evidence that a free market healthcare does better than a universal healthcare. There's nothing. It's a complete fabrication. And yet, for some reason, the United States and its people still so adamantly believe it. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. I understand lying to the public, but when the public already knows it's not true, I mean, particular sections of the public know that it's not true, and then continue to do it, I just can't understand. I mean, there's so many progressives, so many liberals, I mean, obviously leftists, and Even a lot of rightists agree that a universal healthcare system is just cheaper and more efficient. And you still have those sections of the public that refuse to acknowledge it. It just, I don't even know how to, it just blows my mind. But, I mean, this study, in the end, confirms what essentially we already do know. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.